Prova. Buonasera, sono...
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chotti Tung. I have been an optician for almost 20 years. I'm based in Trento. I have 4 points of sale. I'm one of the founder of OtticoinCloud, which is a specific software for opticians. With the cooperation of colleagues, and one of them is here, he has helped us implementing an additional service that we would like to show you. A subscription for LAC. I give the floor to Christophe. I will help him in managing, translation into Italian. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You easily understand that I'm not a native Italian speaker, so I try to speak Italian. Hopefully you understand me, and please bear with me if not all the words are perfect. My name is Christophe Rubna. I'm based in Brunico. I have a shop there. I work as apprentice in Innsbruck, Austria. I don't know if you are familiar with the place. And then I was a master of art, things that do not exist in Italy. You have different definitions, like I am an optometrist. I opened a shop in 1996 with a cooperator. I moved in downtown Brunico first, and then somewhere else in Brunico with a larger shop. I have 5 people working with me. I have always been interested in contact lenses. We had a school in Innsbruck with very good teachers. I have always thought that with contact lenses could also change the voice. I was convinced that contact lenses could also generate profit. 30% of our turnover consists of contact lenses. It's an excellent result. On average, other opticians have a lower percentage. 5%, for instance, of the turnover, or 10% of sales is quite a high, percentage. 30 is definitely a lot. From daily lenses to scleral lenses, also very special lenses. We have basically all kinds. And in 2003, we started also focusing on optometry. And this has been my main focus since then. When did you start with the subscription system? There are subscriptions. I have become familiar with this kind of practice almost 15 years ago, but I was not very fond of any of them. They were too hard, too difficult. Now we have been using this subscription system for 10 years, and it is very successful, I must say. What are the main problems you have faced? I met the right person. Germans showed me a system that was considered the #1 system. So I liked it right away, but of course it was necessary to change your mindset, and it took time, also to convince people. When you refer to the subscription system, you refer also to the way, or the strategy you used to recommend this subscription system. When generally, when you prepared the contact lenses, customers were happy with the product. But all of a sudden, you didn't see them anymore, and you did not know why. Well, it was not, advisable to call them up and ask them, why haven't you come to my shop anymore? So there was no way of monitoring or following up customers. We had an increase in sales, but it happened slowly. And then I then I decided to implement this subscription system. What is the reason why you wanted to find an alternative as compared to standard sales? What were the problems you had to face? Lost customers I was not aware of. So you're probably familiar with this problem. This is something that people who sell contact lenses in a traditional way know very well. So customers come once and then you don't see them for months. You expect them to come back when they finish, the number of lenses, but it is not always so. You realize that sometimes they buy online or they go to another optician. So many different causes why they don't show up anymore. And then there are the so-called one-off sales of daily lenses. I hate them. I hate daily lenses. And customers come and go, but you cannot create any stable relationship. And then there are what I consider the wonderful customers, monthly lenses customers, and you see them when they finish, the lenses. But dropouts are due to the fact that sometimes people do not want to wear contact lenses anymore. So since it's very hard to understand the reasons why, we had to find a way out. I'm very curious to know how this contact lenses subscription works. I would like to highlight a few points that are crucial for the subscription. Let's talk about a monthly lens. Our customer has a 6-month lens package together with the relevant liquid. So you set a date, and we think that after 6 months at a given date, the customer comes back to buy or to get new lenses. 2 weeks in advance of the deadline, we reorder the lenses, so the customer only comes to take them. They don't need to pay because they have already paid the subscription. So the lenses are ready on time. It is very good for the customer. He just or she just has to get to our shop. So if we wanted to change the parameters, in most cases, we can do that. For customized lenses, of course, the situation is different. You cannot order a super complex lens and then the customer cannot buy them anymore because something else has changed in his or her vision. So they are too expensive. So customized lenses cannot be replaced. So we send a WhatsApp to the customer asking them or if lenses, the customized lenses are good or not, or if they need any change or not. And this works very, very, very well. What is important is to have a streamlined process. We do not have a binding agreement as with the mobile phones or fines if you decide not to subscribe anymore. So customer must have a good feeling with us as a supplier. So there is no binding agreement, as I said, but of course there are rules, simple rules to comply with. If you decide not to subscribe or to stop your subscription, you can do it anytime with no fines. But if you have lenses at home, you have to bring them back to my shop, and then we stop the subscription. So this is one of the rules. That is, you have to give back the lenses when you decide to stop the subscription. It works, but this is specified in the rules. So when people subscribe, they are given a set of rules to comply with. From the viewpoint of the shop, what are the advantages and the benefits? There are advantages for both the optician and the customer. More profits, regular profits, monthly profits. If you think about COVID, I got money regularly every month, and even though no customer arrived in my shop. This because of the subscription, and probably I was one of the few who didn't lose money during the pandemic. So steady sales. So I could pay, or cover my costs. And then you cannot compare prices. Why? Because the product per se is not important. What the customer pays is the service. So you pay on a monthly basis and you pay for the service.
Quest'idea, no? Così non pensa in.
So this is the idea that we want to convey to the customer so that customers do not have to compare prices. Well, this is, the problem that you have with the internet and contact lenses. You can hardly earn margins. You can hardly cluster the market. So even though you do a good job, well, customers come once, they buy from you, and then you never see them again. A couple of days ago, I had an application customers would come occasionally. And if customers ask me what the price is, I cannot answer because we have the subscription solution, and so I don't know the price of the package any longer. We no longer have the prices of the product. And so if they are not ready to pay for the subscription, customers will not come back again. But the beauty of subscriptions is that you no longer talk about the product price. It's all included, it's like travel packages all included. Customers join a system, they pay once, and they get everything they need. So it is all included. If they need the liquid, they just get in, take the liquid, and go out without paying anything. It's really all inclusive. If a lens breaks down, it's included. If they want that great lens, cutting-edge lens that is really expensive, it is included too. And so, of course, high-end contact lenses are very expensive. If customers have to pay for such a lens when it breaks down, they have to pay a huge amount of money. If it's a customized lens, it's really painful. And they can hardly understand why they have to pay so much. With a subscription, you lose this. You no longer have this problem. Is the price of the subscription flat, or have you increased it? We have a tool that calculates the price of the subscription. We enter the best price, the best purchase price that we have. We include the price of the liquid, the price of the staff, if any. Then we enter the overheads and a certain percentage of ruptures of broken lenses. And then you get a price, and this price is a reference price. It's, let's say, the minimum price that you have to ask for a subscription. We usually increase this price a little bit, but it depends on the geography. There are areas where prices have to be lowered a little bit. In other areas, you can increase prices a little. It depends on the area. At the end of the year, for example, we increased the price of almost all subscriptions by €2 per month. And what happened? Well, about 30 people, 30 subscribers left, not only because of the price, but some did because of that. And so at the end of January, we cashed in the money, and well, our profits were exactly the same as before. Let's say, well, 100 euro, and this has remained unchanged. What does it mean? We have a lower number of subscribers, but we earned exactly the same amount of money or even more. Because, you know, you have less customers, and if you have the same earning, well, on average, you earned more for each individual customer. The monthly subscription ranges from 34 to 50. If you just consider the product, the liquids, it is much less. So 28 or something like that. But we managed to get 38.50. Well, sometimes 37. And then we have other prices, 57 for multifocal lenses, from 49 to 65 for the toric multifocal lenses, for example. And well,
tu prendi, applica una BioFD che costa l'acquisto abbastanza.
You take a lens which is quite expensive, but well, you know, you may have another lens which is a bit less expensive, but the price of the subscription doesn't change. With some lenses we earn a little bit more, with others a little bit less. In the past, you used to try and sell the most expensive product. Now you simply try to sell and achieve the best possible margin. And so you try and sell those lenses that are a bit, well, that cost less in terms of purchase price, but we always focus on high quality. The concept changes too. In the past, you tried to sell, to cross-sell ancillary products too, in order to increase the value of the tickets. And now the concept is a bit different. I don't mean we try to sell cheaper products, but well, you know, instead of selling the liquid, the soap, you just sell one single product. And then, of course, you try and get as much margin as possible from the subscription. That's true. And then, well, the subscription has also an impact on the management, right? Yes, the management is the most important thing. In the past, you had much more to do with customers, and now you are very busy with management issues because, you know, in the background, everything runs automatically. I don't know. Well, a customer comes in and wants lenses, and then you place the order. And then you deliver the product. And now we can order at the beginning of every week. So at the beginning of every week, we place orders for customers for the entire week. So just once, and then we deliver. So vis-à-vis customers, we can save a lot of money. Yes, of course, because, well, you know, instead of having customers coming in every day, you're calling you, and you also run the risk of missing some orders. Yes, of course, we had mistakes in the past. And, well, let's say from 100% of problems, we now have just 10% of mistakes or problems. What are the the advantages for customers? What are the benefits for customers? Why should customers join this service? Well, great competition is represented by the internet. It's just it's not the only reason for losing customers, but we have to get closer to the internet in terms of service. And as I said, lenses must always be ready for delivery. Then you have a monthly payment, and it does make a difference if a customer pays an X amount of money for a package, well, 300-400 euros for a package for specific lenses, or if they pay a monthly fee of 50 euros or even less because you pay by installments. And this is a great advantage for customers, and it's a regular payment on his bank account. The customer can always check payments. There are no unexpected costs. Without a subscription, well, you know, when you have to change your lenses, you then realize that you have to add this and that, and you are late, and you buy other things months later. Do customers always come to the store? Oh, that's another thing. We have delivery service at home, which is always included in the price of the subscription. So 34.50, it's always the same price, and you can get your lenses at home. It's like Amazon, or isn't it? You try and deliver the products hassle-free. So customers must enjoy a hassle-free process as much as possible. You know, I'm becoming deaf. I'm getting older and I'm becoming deaf. How do you encourage customers to go to the store instead of having products delivered at home? Amazon, for example, says, well, if you deliver your things at the post office, you don't have to have a packaging. What is the incentive that you give to your customers? Well, you know, prices are calculated based on that. So these costs, the delivery costs, are included. Okay, so in the calculation of the price, there is a percentage of the delivery cost. Well, not directly, because you do not deliver 10 packages per day. There may be 5 such packages per week, and these are usually customers who live in remote valleys and do not have the opportunity to go to come to the space, to the store, and we have well, delivery agents, forwarding agents such as DHL, and we ship those products through them, but again, the delivery costs are included. Of course, you have also a better customer management, because customers are always monitored, and you can better monitor and follow up your customers and their health care. Of course, we always have examinations under control, because, well, you know, they may pick up the package, but they have to undergo a checkup. We usually organize annual checkups, and if everything is okay, that's good. But after 2 years at the latest, we tell the customers, look, I no longer give you lenses unless you come to the store for a checkup. So I oblige customers to come to the store and undergo an examination. And this is beneficial for the customer because, well, the eye's health is important, even though the customer is right. Well, when we examine the eye, well, it's not always good. at the end of the day, we have less dropouts. Okay, so as you said, it's a bit more complicated. You have the entire management that needs time. In the past, the processes were not fully automated. And well, the management part for the store was a bit more complicated. And for customers, it's much easier, you know? Yes. When we introduced the subscription, we were trained and we were given an operating system that 10 years ago was really fantastic. But we are in Italy. And so the tax issues have always caused a huge amount of problems. Well, in the meantime, we've got used at it. But, well, you know, if we are subject to a financial control, the police may discover that we've forgotten something. The software has not been upgraded. It was, by the way, programmed on Macintosh, and most of us use Windows systems. So at the end of the day, we had two different systems, two different operating systems, and we had to go back and forth. So my dream would be to have just one such a system so that from a tax viewpoint, everything is clear. Stock control, the stock analysis, for example, could not be performed. Well, we had customers, for example, that may take liquids for the entire family, because, you know, we had customers getting in the store and saying, I need the liquid, and then they went back, they went out, and you don't know, well, maybe there's one subscriber, and all the other members of the family could benefit from that subscription. Now the situation has changed. Everything is under control, and well, you know, you have much less mistakes compared to the past, and training on the operating system has been very challenging so far. And we've implemented this in OtticoinCloud. The communication has changed. We have WhatsApp. Payments are automated. They are in the customer's master data. You have SEPA. You have payment by credit card. We have a one-stop shop, one single software that simplifies the ordering process as well. You know what lenses you have to order, the controls, the checks that you have to perform before the orders. Yes, before OtticoinCloud, I changed, I think, 8 times the operating system. And well, you know, I was a programmer too, and I know that programmers are never happy, and the communication with programmers has always been extremely difficult. If you wanted to adjust or to change something, you need to wait a couple of years. I was really frustrated. And then I met him, in 2023, and he said, well, what do you think of my system? And I said, okay, show it to me, and I was really impressed. There was not the subscription yet, but I was really impressed by how easy the program was. So there was nothing so easy. And when we started using it, well, we used another Italian operating system, and after 2 years, we still had problems, issues, and mistakes. So with that other program, well, after a couple of years, you knew how to use it. It was really very user-friendly. And then I told him about this idea of the subscription. And so we worked together. Programmer had a lot of challenges because they got so much information from us. And I put the entire know-how I had and all possible subscription solutions. And very quickly, they managed to develop that module with the subscription part. They showed it to me in November, December. We started in September, and in November, December, I saw a first release. And, well, you know, previously I needed to wait 2 years for a change, and now in a couple of months I had the final release. It's not complete yet. We are still finalizing a couple of details. We have to test it on my customers, but I think in the next couple of months we will be ready to roll it out. Yes, now it's a sort of a pre-launch. We made some tests and well, it's a software, so it continuously changes. There are so many functionalities that are really cool, and in the past with the other one, we were always angry. Now it's faster. Mistakes have decreased from 100 to a minimum. Well, you know, there's a good dialogue between programmers, opticians, and among colleagues too, because this is a software based on the experience of all of us. We almost speak the same language with the programmers. Well, we had a very good relationship in the beginning. Well, you know, I'm a programmer, and I know how to make the program less complicated as possible. They give me the final solution, and this works really well. OtticoinCloud helps a lot in the overall management, and well, apart from the subscription, there's also other functionalities, the signature, WhatsApp. Let's show you how the subscription service works in OtticoinCloud. If you can please start the video. We prepared a quick overview of the subscription system within OtticoinCloud.
Vediamo un attimino la regia.
Regia.
Ad abbonamento. Andiamo a selezionare il cliente che dobbiamo attivare il servizio. Abbiamo caricato il cliente, inserito la scheda optometrica e fatto le varie prove applicative fino a trovare la lente più adatta per il cliente. Una volta individuata la lente, possiamo impostare l'abbonamento.
Once the lens is identified, you can enter the subscription. The system automatically adds the lenses that we've selected. We had to add the liquid, and this is needed in order to calculate the correct subscription price. We apply a liquid, And once we've added all the necessary products to start the subscription, we configure the subscription. So lenses are in 3-piece packages, so 3 months. And then you have the possibility to select the delivery at home or in the store. Payment term, SEPA, so on the current account or credit card. Then the control, well, after a year, after a certain number of months, etc. Recalculate, the system automatically calculate the price of the subscription with the various costs. You have the delivery costs, you have the commission, then you have the bank fees with credit card payment, the delivery costs, and you can increase or decrease that automatic price. Once the price is finalized, we finalize the subscription too. So the processes, calculations start, and the first transaction starts. This is the dashboard. We have the first per order, the first payment. The next payment is scheduled for next month. You have the delivery, the situation, and the appointments, the meetings with the customer. We deliver the lenses to the customer, so the system orders the lenses, and once the lenses are shipped, they will be delivered either in the store or to the customer at home. We finalize the delivery, and we check in the dashboard the updated state. You see the next delivery is scheduled after 3 months, 2 weeks before the deadline, and the system informs the optician that lenses must be reordered. Here you see the situation by value or by quantity to check if we are delivering the right amount of products, both lenses and liquids. So as to avoid an excessive delivery, so an over-delivery of products. Here we can fix the appointment in a year, February, end of month, and so we can monitor when the appointment will take place.
Andiamo a vedere la dashboard dei vari
Let's have a look now at the dashboard with the various subscriptions. Here you see the situation, the list of all subscriptions. You see if everything is okay. You see the next delivery, if it has to be scheduled, or if the subscription is suspended. It can be suspended if you delivered too many products, or the customer decided to suspend, to interrupt the use of contact lenses for a certain period of time. Again, here you see the appointments, if they are okay, if they have to be scheduled. Here, this is not foreseen, no checkup, or if it is late, in delay. The same applies to payments. So if payments are okay, otherwise the payment will be suspended until payment is carried out. Very good. So you've seen very quickly how this subscription is managed within the system. We've tried to simplify and help opticians as much as possible in the management of the service, so that colleagues can be helped and encouraged to use the service and earn as much as possible. Well, contact lenses are a business. without subscription, you cannot earn with contact lenses because prices are always compared. You always have the problem of price comparison, and I think OtticoinCloud is the right way to go. It's unique. This type of subscription doesn't exist in Italy. This is the very first time. We have opticians who, as far as I know, offer a form of subscription, but in most cases it's just a little part of what we offer here. This is a fully fledged solution. We want to be different, you know. We do not want to be like the others. And then, you know, IT experts provide the software. We as opticians want to help the other opticians. We want to help as much as possible, taking all the needs into account. For us, the business of the contact lenses is important, but the entire management too. Thank you very much. Thank you.